Coach, congrats on the win. I just wanted to ask about that stretch between the third and fourth quarter
Why would you want to ask about that?
because I'm just curious. I'm just curious, kind of like from your eyes, if you could just diagnose it, what we feel like was the key, I guess, for the Storm success during that stretch. Was it just something as simple as maybe Jackie and Asia being on the bench to start the fourth, or was it something more complicated that you saw?
Well, it started a little earlier than that. It started you know, in the third quarter, and just trickled down into the fourth quarter. But we ran it up to 19, and then the wheels came off. And then somehow they were able to put the wheels somewhat back on. But turnovers, poor defense, poor communication, everything that got you the lead, we did none of. It's got to be better. Got to be better. And we have to be able to, put different groups on the floor and at least maintain, not do a nosedive.
At the same token, earlier this season, when something like that would happen, it would become very apparent that they were lost out there and were giving games away. Whereas during this 8-3 stretch, your fourth quarters, when it comes time to either put them away and extend a lead or deal with something like tonight and pull off the win, you're doing it much better.
I mean, if you want to say it like that, Willie, I would prefer us not help the other team beat us. We help them by not being solid. We help them crawl back into that game. Now, granted, they did some things better. You got to be able to handle your success, right? We did a lot of good things. We had a lot of good success. We were able to get the lead, up substantially. And then just everything went out the window, and that can't happen. There has to be a level of execution that's maintained no matter what group we put out there.
We're a few games into this lineup switch with Jewel on the bench and KB in the starting lineup. From your perspective, what's your evaluation on KB starting?
I think she's done a great job. She does what we ask her to do every night. She helps with our body movement, our player movement. I think she's been super solid in the role.
Coach Daryl Harris, 8 News Now, Talk That Talk Media. Can you talk to me a little bit about?
I'm going to talk that talk right now.
I believe it. Can you talk to me a little about Nelissa Smith? She's been with the team for about a month now. I saw tonight the high-low action was going. She's a huge assistant in rim protection. Birthday double-double tonight. What are you learning about her the more she's with this team, and what do you hope to see from her?
I thought this was probably her best game with us. I thought she did a lot of things. It looks like a double-double on a stat sheet, but I thought she did a lot of other things that helped us win, whether that was, getting deflections, just communicating, finding her spots. She just keeps getting better and better in our system. She keeps, we're having to talk to her a lot, but she's just getting settled in. And it's a good thing when people get comfortable in the sense of knowing their role, knowing what we need from them. She's been staying out of foul trouble, which is always good. That's something that we've really been preaching with her, moving her feet. Her post defense has vastly improved, I think, since she's been here, and just it's a tribute to her IQ, her work ethic, and her wanting to get it right and do it the way we want to do it. So that all that credit goes to her. But I wasn't just saying it because it was her birthday, but I thought she did a lot of things to help us win the game tonight.
All right, we'll go to Andrew on Zoom. Andrew.
Thank you, Caroline and Carly, for that. Coach, first want to ask about how you felt the defense was on Skylar to hold her scoreless, as well as NECA with the defense and getting her 4 fouls, and dealing with Dominique Malonga. Goodness, let's talk about how you viewed those things.
I mean, with Skylar and NECA, they were definitely that's the head of the snake there, and we had a lot of conversations, a lot of dialogue, and wanted to be very clean with what we were doing. We actually changed the scheme up about 4 minutes into the game because I thought Skylar was dicing it too much. So we went to a more just traditional scheme, and we did much better with that. But those two are the, the main ones that your defense is really focused on. Malonga, I mean, she just keeps getting better and better, right? Like she's a teenager. Like she's super talented, long, really great touch around the basket. So with her, you do your best jobs to make her touches difficult. You want to constantly be fighting her for real estate because if she gets it deep, she's just too big. There's not a whole lot you can do. Even if you send a double team, she's not going to see it. She's too big. So just being physical early with her. But every time I see her, she gets better almost game by game. So, and that's why she was where she was in the draft because she's that talented. But they're
Thanks.
definitely doing a good job of like developing her and putting her in some spots to be successful and help the team.
All right, thank you, Coach.